Oh, press buttons. Yeah. I think people can hear me from here, yeah. Okay, so just a quick few points about who we are. So we have a very diverse team. We have all the parish council members we're entitled to this year, which is extraordinary. We have 7 parish councillors and obviously the clerk. We've been running a bit of a skeleton crew for the preceding 4 or 5 years. As you can see, we've got Keely, who's going to be resigning fairly soon because she's being promoted and going to be doing some international work, so she can no longer fit the clerk job in, but we've interviewed 2 very good candidates for clerk to replace her. Me, I come from an engineering background. Mark is in radio. Polly was an art teacher. Simon is an IT consultant. Ray Hood is a prison officer at Aylesbury Prison. We've got Rebecca Green, who's a marketing executive. And we've got Daniel Kimber, who's got another hat on later on. And did I get your title right, Daniel?
You did, yeah.
Very good. Dorchester Group Site Manager. There you go. So we have a diverse team, bring lots of different skills to this. So what do? We liaise with the local with services, including the police, emergency services. I've got some sandbags coming to be here at the village hall, just in case we have terrible weather this year. There are a few people who have been flooded out in the past. We liaise with the Oxford County Council and the district councils. Quite a large part of our work is reviewing and commenting on planning applications. Polly in particular, who's just arrived, walks the bridleways, footpaths, reports issues, goes out with her secateurs and other trimming instruments and new markers for the footpaths and deals with that. We try to maintain the public benches and seating. We work on traffic calming measures. You'll note that we've just recently painted the village gates. That was Ray and some other volunteers from the village. We do review major projects, like one of the big ones is on the Mid-Sherwell Neighbourhood Plan, which defines essentially the policies associated with building in our area. We're going to be down categorised if the local plan, if the Sherwell review plan goes ahead, we'll be downgraded from a category A village to a small village. So we will not have large developments such as the Carla developments in the future. It'll be mainly infill developments. At least that's what we hope. So that's the MCNP. Polly and Mark have been pivotal in putting our views forward as Fritwell there. I chair a group called the Committee on Logistics Development to try and fight the warehouses. We've been pretty successful on the strategic rail freight interchange. We think we've got everything we need to see that one off. The other 2 we're a little bit more worried about because they're still investing in that one. In fact, those 3 huge schemes at Baynard's Green. We draft and manage the local contracts with our various different contractors who do the maintenance of the churchyard, for example. Not churchyard, the civil cemetery or the lawn cemetery that we have down Church Lane, and we do many other things. But that's just an example of a few of them. Just to give you an indication, the precept, which is our share of the council tax that you'll pay for us to do what we can in the village, is £7,250 a year, which is given to us in 2 instalments, 6 monthly intervals. That works at about £11 a resident and about 20p per week per resident. So it's not a huge amount of money. And the way that breaks down, about 2,900 goes on cemetery maintenance, clearing footpaths and other village maintenance activities. The clerk is a remunerated role, that's about £2,500 a year. And emptying dog bins is £1,600 a year, approximately, which leaves about £250 a year to do other bits and pieces. However, over many years, we do have reserve money for projects, and we are quite successful applying for grants beyond our precept. So, for example, the speed indicator device on Fewcott Road was a grant from many years ago. One on East Street, we got a grant from Oxfordshire County Council on that one. We just got a grant for new notice boards. One's gone up at the pond. There'll be another one going up this weekend at the top of Forge Place. We do litter picking campaigns. We have campaigns for cleaning the village signs. We're clearing foliage from public footpaths. We've replaced and painted the village gates, maintained the village pond, etc. And very close. I think on the 26th, I've teamed up with John, who's the new head at the school, to have the gardening club at the school. We've sponsored them with bulb planting and getting some high-vis vests, and we'll be planting tulip bulbs in front of the gates on the 26th. We're a bit too late for the daffodil and crocus planting, but we can do that next year. November's good for tulips, I understand. We do have a plan to refurbish the Heritage Street furniture, which are the bus stop signs, for example, which are some of them are Victorian in age. We're looking to try and get some grants for a speed indicator device for North Street, looking at speed calming measures and many other things. But we're also always looking for ideas. We get very few people to our parish council meetings. There's quite a few people who come regularly to the parish council meetings that are in this room. But in general, we have quite a poor turnout to parish council meetings. We'd like to see a few more people coming along, and we would like to see the younger community coming along as well if possible. So coming up, this has been advertised fairly widely on Facebook, on the village posters, have been the mail shot. So on the 21st of November, we have Anglian Water coming along. Our residents on the bottom of East Street going down towards Braghouse Lane have suffered huge numbers of tanker movements to take off surface water runoff. Regularly, sometimes 12 or 14 tankers during the day and the night, and they have to suffer the consequences of that in terms of noise right through the night. Anglian Water tell us that they may have that under control, but there's a lot of other things that we were concerned about, including the fact that last year there were 30 discharges of sewage into the streams and waterways at the Fritwell. So we've sent them some questions. They're going to come along the 21st, and we like to give them a gentle beating. We don't want any blood in the room, but we just want to emphasise that we think it's time for the waste treatment plant in Fritwell to have a little bit more attention than it's had in the past. We don't want to see the reoccurrence of some folks in Forge Place having sewage get into their homes as happened in the past. As I said, I've already mentioned this. We've got families planting bulbs at the village gates on that being on the weekend, November 25th, 26th. Next parish council meeting is on the 16th of January. Everybody is welcome to come along. That's all I have to say. So next, thank you very much.